morning and welcome to this edition of the Leveling Up podcast. I am Carrie Paleo, your host, and also the Executive Director of the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. Spring is here and we have so many exciting things to tell you about. Lots of great things going on here in Utica and at the Chamber. We have a number of events that I know you're going to want to make sure that you have on your calendar and you get signed up for. First of all, if you are a business owner and like any other business owner in these challenging times, you're having a very hard time keeping employees and finding new employees, our Small Business Council has put together their spring panel series, and it's titled How to Build a Positive Workplace Culture. And you're going to learn about all the things that you can do to help retain the employees that you have in this very challenging times, trying to find and recruit talent. So that is on June 2nd, and it's going to be at Thinkubator, and we want to make sure that you get signed up for that. We also have coming back, our Catalyst Young Professional Group is having their scavenger hunt, and that's going to be coming up on June 22nd. Registration is going to open for that very soon. It's all done through a mobile app. It's very fun. You're going to be racing all over the city and getting to learn about new businesses and get back into some of your favorites. See who knows the most about Utica. Last year, all of our attendees had an amazing time. It's something that you don't want to miss. Grab a group of coworkers or your friends and get signed up. Details on that are coming soon, but we want to make sure that's on your calendar, Thursday, June 22nd. Also, our clam bake is coming back. We're celebrating our 125th anniversary, and that's going to be on Thursday, July 21st at Cedar Lake Golf and Country Club. And we have just a handful, I think 2, maybe 3 team slots available for our choo-choo. It sells out every year. It's always the third Friday in August 19th. We take a lovely ride up the Adirondack Scenic Railroad and we golf at Thendara Golf Course. It's a fantastic day. We only have 2 or 3 team slots available, so you want to get your registration in. It's a fantastic day for networking, a great day of golf, full dinner, lunch, beverages on the train. It's really something that you want to be a part of, so we want to make sure you're aware of that. Our next business after hours is on June 16th at Hospice, and their registration's open, so we want to make sure that you're there. It's going to be a beautiful day outside. They have wonderful outdoor canopies and a tent set up, so it's going to be outdoors, and they're going to have live entertainment, so we want to make sure you're there for that. And we also have a bunch of ribbon cuttings coming up, which is great because that means there's new businesses growing in Utica. Coming up on May 19th, which is tomorrow, we'll be at the Sentinel Media Company at Bag Square at 4:30. Next Wednesday, May 25th at Blooming Pediatric at 5 p.m. And then the first week of June, we're at Brockway Carpenter Real Estate, and that'll be at 5 p.m. So make sure you look out for all of those ribbon cuttings. And if you're not on our email list, make sure you subscribe to that. I have to thank our episode podcast sponsors for today. So we've got Delta Hotels, our next sponsor is Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield. They do fantastic things for this community, so thank you to Excellus. And lastly, EJA Moving. If you need a moving company, that's who we recommend. So make sure you get over to EJA. I'm going to quickly get over to my guest. I have the lovely Hilda Jordan joining me from Boston today. She is planning a really fun and unique event, the Utica Yes Youth Empowerment Summit. And she's doing that with a bunch of other locals. She'll be back here on June 4th to kick off her second summit. And this is something that we want our business community to know about because there's opportunities for you to get involved and engaged with our youth and workforce development and creating a pipeline of workforce for your business. So Hilda, welcome. Thanks for joining me this morning today from Boston.
Thanks for having me, Carrie. I am so excited to be on the podcast and also to be bringing back some great opportunities and connecting so many amazing resources and different communities in my hometown of Utica.
Yeah, so tell me, you did a summit in December and you invited 100 students for the day, and tell me a little bit about what you did with them, and then we can talk about what they can look forward to for your next summit coming up this next month.
Yeah, absolutely. So, our students have been struggling with COVID-19, really the shutting down of our schools and the opportunities available to them. So, our goal was to create a program where they could connect with a number of community resources and programs, learn about the different professions that are in the area from local diverse professionals so that they can imagine and see a future for themselves in Utica. The result was great. Our students really enjoyed hearing different stories about how people grew up in Utica and developed successful careers in healthcare, in business and entrepreneurship, in law enforcement, in the legal sector, and really had a chance to just convene as a community and learn about the available supports. So some of the things that we did was have panels, we had a community resource fair, we provide our students with dinner, and then we also had some breakout groups where students were able to have that small connection, that small group connection time with some local professionals to learn about what are the different career paths and what can they be doing as students today to get ready for that.
Yeah, so the number one thing that I hear from employers right now in the local area is talent and workforce retention and recruitment. So this is really aiming to get to that goal to create a pipeline of workforce for you here for your business in the Utica area. And also, if diversity, equity, inclusion are important to your business, which they should be, creating a diverse workforce for your business. So tell me a little bit about what you're going to do in this June panel and seminar, specifically, and how businesses can get involved.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the biggest conversations that is going on in our area and that I've been a part of has been the brain drain problem we often talk about, right? Young talent is either underdeveloped or they don't, or they're leaving our communities. So Utica Yes is trying to get students connected with local employers earlier on in their careers so that they can enjoy and really learn and be groomed into the career paths that we have. We're going to have MBCC there and some of their programs that can walk students step by step to the educational journeys that they need for their local employment. And what we're asking local employers to do is to actually recruit students for their summer opportunities, for their full-time work, if all they're looking for our high school graduates as a requirement. I think one of the big pushes that we have is thinking about how you build that local loyalty and really build that connection with our students earlier on. So one thing that we're going to be doing this year is dividing students up based on career interests into breakout groups where we'll be bringing in different professionals that are either hiring or have internship opportunities or shadowings that can expose students to the career paths in their actual businesses. This is a great opportunity for businesses that have long-term projections in the area, which I'm hoping are most of our businesses, and really getting them to understand that an investment in their youth is an investment in their community, in their business, and in our communities of Utica, because they are the people that are going to stay here. They are the students that want to live here, who have lived here for generations, their families live here. And so what we're looking to do is get them connected into those longer term jobs, into those career paths. And Utica Yes is an opportunity for employers to really plant those seeds in our youth.
Yeah, and so you have opportunities for up to 100 students to join this event? And you still
That's
have openings,
correct.
correct?
So that's correct. Students can register at bit.ly/Utica Yes, and our employers can there as well. There's a partner registration form that they can use to give us a description to their business, to the opportunity descriptions, provide a link to their applications as well, and then also set up a table at the event that will be on June 4th at the Veterans Outreach Center. From about 3 to 6 p.m. is when we're going to be asking employers who want to recruit to attend the event so that they can connect with students, speak to them, and also have a fair style convening.
So that's your first pitch for businesses. But if I understand correctly, you have a second pitch and another opportunity later in the evening to connect in a different way and be a mentor. Tell our business community what that looks like. If you don't maybe have summer jobs available right now, but they still want to get engaged with the cause, tell us about the opportunities for mentorship and in the panels that you'll be having.
Absolutely. So after that open community fair, we actually have a career panel where we're asking different professionals to come share their journeys into their careers. Tell students maybe your unconventional story of how you fell in love with your industry. Tell students about the thing that they should know or look out for. We want to hear about those experiences, that educational pathway, and really get students to connect with you. We all know that it takes a spark, right? That personal connection or that personal moment of inspiration of seeing, oh, wait, there's someone who maybe was like me or came from a background like me. Or maybe that isn't even like me, but is doing something that I would love to be doing or never knew existed. And this is an opportunity for our employers and our professionals to share that with our students and really, again, plant that seed and that early investment. I think it's a great opportunity. And I know I've been exposed to so many different career paths just by speaking to you, Carrie, and to a number of members in the Greater Chambers of Utica. So I think one goal is to bring that to more of our students, to expand that network so that they can learn how to connect and how to build their own networks with different professionals in the area. That panel will be from around 6 to 7 p.m. And individuals can register using that same link at bit.ly/Utica. Yes.
Yeah. So we've talked a lot about how businesses can participate, but really give us a good picture for any students. If we know somebody that we should share this with, what does it look from the student perspective? What does the whole day look like? Walk us through the day and what they will be seeing and occurring during that event.
Yeah, totally. So students will be walking in at around 3 p.m. is when our program starts. There'll be an opening session to really get them excited about what's going on, why we started this. They'll then be broken out into a first cohort, which will be about a group of 10 students with one or two different mentors to talk about what they want to do, the resources that they need to get there, and to start building out that functional resume. One of the really big value adds is that we're using their registration information to give them a first draft of a resume that they'll be able to complete and print out at the end of the conference. Following that first session, then students are going to have that open community fair time where they'll be able to network with our resources, with our community programs, with our local employers. They'll also be able to go have dinner. We're going to have a break, a movement break as well. So there'll be a little basketball shooting competition. We're going to have some mindfulness practices as well, so that students can really get a full day conference experience. After that, we'll be filling out that second step of what does your journey look like from here, right? If it's college, how do we talk about those different degrees and programs that you need and can get in the area? And then we'll be moving into that career panel like we talked about just a little bit. And at the end, we'll be having a really fun concert series and kind of after party so they can get that really great full conference energy. And so we'll actually be having some local artists performing, everything from dance groups to our local poet laureates, and also some local singers and rappers.
Great. And you told me earlier that because students are registering ahead of time and you're collecting information from them, you know what career backgrounds and fields they're interested in exploring. So what are you seeing there? So businesses, we know what industries should show up because they have students that they can potentially recruit and are passionate about their industry.
Absolutely. The amazing thing about Utica and our students is that they're interested in so many different things. Some of the career industries that do come up to the forefront are healthcare, the STEM industry, law and public service, as well as entrepreneurship, business and finance. A lot of our students want to learn what it takes to run a business. They want to understand how they can eventually launch their own businesses or work for small businesses and gain those skill sets. So our students are open to so many things, but we're really seeing a push for that healthcare industry, for public service as well, and then that entrepreneurial kind of mindset, as well as some legal and law enforcement interests.
Absolutely. And I know that you've had a team put this together and you couldn't do this without your sponsors. So tell me a little bit from your end, who is helping you to put this up together and pull this off?
Yeah, absolutely. In December, we have some recurring sponsors, but this year, one of our big community partners is the Community Foundation, the Mohawk Valley Frontiers, Adirondack Bank. Um, we have Levitt AMP. Also, we have the Utica YWCA has been a really big supporter of our initiative. Also, having MVCC's different programs and the college itself support us has been really huge. So, those are our leading sponsors, as well as, I believe I mentioned Adirondack Bank, correct?
Yep. Yep. Absolutely, you did.
Those are our sponsors. And those are our sponsors, and we're still accepting donations and different sponsors and partners that want to be involved. So if you are a business and you may not have the capacity to sponsor a student or an internship, but would love to make sure the cause continues, we are happy to accept your donation and list you as a partner of the Utica Yes program and initiative, really as a part of showing the community where your equity goal and your Utica investment is. Because we believe that our future is in our youth's hands. And so we want to invest and develop their talent and see that as an investment and development in our city.
Absolutely. And so tell me a little bit about, why you were so passionate about this and what you would tell a student who's maybe on the edge of, I might want to do this. I'm not sure. I don't know anybody else who's going. Give us your pitch to the student on why you think that this is so important.
Yeah. So maybe the shortest and the bottom dollar line is you're going to get paid, right? If you register, you'll get a $50 stipend for coming in. You're going to get dinner. You're going to get connected with some opportunities. And the biggest thing is you're going to get your first yes. For me, learning about the opportunities that are available,
Oh, so Hilda, we're losing audio. We'll see if Hilda can get reconnected here really soon. While she works on her audio, I'm just gonna say how thankful I am that she exposed us to this program that she's working on. Can you hear me? Oh, sorry about that. So we're so excited that we have local people working on our recruitment and talent efforts. We're so excited that people are taking notice of all the things that are happening here in Utica in trying to get our youth to stay here. We really saw a lot of excitement about the school board election yesterday, and people are really passionate about revitalizing Utica and making sure that we have the right workforce, the right talents for the jobs that are coming. There's so many new announcements. We just had the Wolf Speed ribbon cutting a few weeks ago, and the tech that's coming to town and all the development that's going out at Griffiths Air Force Base. So we really want to make sure that students are engaged and excited about the opportunities to come. I'm not really sure. We're working on trying to get Hilda back, but in case she can't join us again, if she can't get reconnected, I want to touch base on some of the upcoming events that we have going on with our members. A lot of exciting things happening here. It's not too early to start thinking winter. The Adirondack Railroad is registering right now for the Polar Express, and tickets are on sale now. It's a popular event with little ones, so make sure that you get your tickets now. The Oneida County History Center is having their telethon tonight. So if you are passionate about Utica's history, make sure you tune in today. That's this evening, the Oneida County History Center. We're very happy to partner with them. The United Way still has tickets for their 100th birthday party, which is going to be on June 10th. They're going to stop selling those soon, so you want to make sure you get registered for that right away. And we have our last Broadway Utica event coming up for this season, Jersey Boys, for one night only. They'll be here on June 1st. It's always a favorite, so make sure you get tickets for that if you haven't done so. And also, just a really quick shout out, May is Mental Health Month. And we have seen, so many issues with COVID, with everything going on. ICANN is doing a Wear Green tomorrow, so we encourage everybody to wear green to signify May is Mental Health Month, and and send that over to ICANN, and they're going to be sharing those photographs. So grab a picture of your team. We do have Hilda back. I kind of covered a few other things, Hilda, in the meantime. But if you remember where you were kind of cutting off, or is there something we haven't reviewed about the event on June 4th? Let's wrap back to that.
And I also want to shout out to ICANN. They tabled, and they're one of our community program and partners here because of all the work that they do with our youth. What I was sharing was really why a student would join this and why we really started this. I call myself a village child, and I'm a proud product of all of the Utica programs and mentors and professionals that poured into me. Different businesses that gave me a chance. I interned at different law offices and clerked with different judges and learned from so many of the amazing professionals in the area. And this is really an opportunity for other students to connect with that community, to learn about the amazing lives, the amazing impacts, the amazing careers that are available in our city. And so if you're a student who isn't quite sure what you want to do or what you can do in Utica or what there is for you, this is a great event for you to learn that, to really start to be exposed to the future that you can be building in your own backyard, and to recognize that there is so much in Utica, and there's so many people who want to help, who want to give you a chance, who really see this effort and this work not just as a handout, but really as a mutually beneficial opportunity. And I think that's the empowerment piece to this. We really want all of our students to walk away with a sense of agency, with a sense of purpose, and with a connection to empower them onto the next step. And we're hoping to continue doing this event to do just that.
All right. So I am so happy that you were here with us today, Hilda. I'm getting a little bit of feedback on my end, so sorry I didn't catch you coming back in. All of her information is here. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, is there anything that we didn't cover about June 4th that you want to give a little plug for? Not sure if she can hear me. Yeah. So I just, as I wrap up all of our podcasts, I have to thank our platinum sponsors who support everything we do here at the Chamber: the Kelberman Center, Master Vito Hyundai, MVHS, Platinum Nightclub, and Staffworks. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning, Hilda. We're going to drop in the comments the links to register. So if you want more information and you want to contact Hilda on how you can get involved with Utica, yes, you can reach out to her and get all of that information. It's here on the screen, but we'll pop it in the comments below. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be back in 3 weeks with Devin Hoffman, and we're going to get into the Catalyst scavenger hunt, which is really exciting, and some other young professional opportunities for our young professionals in our Catalyst group. So thank you for joining me this morning, and we will talk to you. Stay kind, Utica.